Today, I will presentation about introduction of Air Asia to face the declining economy due to symptom COVID-19. Okay, for the first, we talk about history of Air Asia. Air Asia was established in 1994 and began operation on 18 November 1996. It was founded by a government-owned conglomerate, DRB Hikam. On 2 December 2001, the heavily indebted airlines was bought by former Time Warner executive Tony Fernandez, company to Asian Berhad, for the token sum of 1 ringgit. About USD 0.26 at the time, with USD 11 million or MYR 40 million worth of debt. In 2003, Air Asia opened a second hub at Senai International Airport in Johor Bahru near Singapore and launched its first international flight to Bangkok. Asia have 3 sectors: primary, tertiary, and secondary. In the progress of the ASEAN Airlines, the company was started as Air Asia Group Berhad revealed that 96% of its aircraft fleet was unable to operate within the movement control or the PKP period following the COVID-19 outbreak. Air Asia Group CEO founder and CEO Tan Sri Tony Fernandez said the situation saw low-cost airline not earning revenue. Even so, he said Air Asia still had financial commitments such as paying full supplier and rent. Our employee get a temporary salary reduction of between 15 to 75% depending on the length of service to share the impact borne by Air Asia. Finally, the morale of Air Asia employees is still high despite the industry being badly affected by the COVID-19 outbreak, said Air Asia Group Berhad Chief Executive Officer Tony Fernandez. No one gave you at this difficult time and we will come back strong.
Let's find out what is scarcity, choice and opportunity to AirAsia. For the scarcity, at present, large companies such as AirAsia have suffered huge loss due to epidemic that hit the world, namely the COVID-19. This happens because when a loss, it will affect operation and employment. There were several constraints faced by AirAsia. The first is AirAsia had to lay off 10% of the total workforce of 24,000, which is around 250 employees, including 111 crews, 172 pilots, and 50 AirAsian engineers. Next is choice. Among the choice to increase their profit is that AirAsia Food has implemented its food delivery business. Many of the airline staff are turning to food delivery service to assist local merchants through teleport. AirAsia logistic arm under it is digital business. It is currently focusing on diversifying revenue source through other non-airlines business to support their operation. The second choice is AirAsia committed to develop over 5 years outlets Santan and T&Co and 100 restaurants and cafes are operate through franchise to global market. Last is opportunity cost. Opportunity cost means AirAsia need to do something to increase profits, which are becoming widening. Measure to be carried out by AirAsia is to release the second best choice, because when the pandemic situation getting worse, it will let AirAsia lose and reduce their income states. Therefore, in this situation, AirAsia have to give up food delivery because food delivery has a lot of competition, and when customers do not use AirAsia food delivery, then the revenue become reduced.
Assalamualaikum guys, my name is Siti Marhana binti Abdul. My matrix number is H281771. Today, I want to talk about factors of production. So, without wasting our time, let's get started. There is 4 factors of production. First, we have land. Second, we have labor. Third, we have capital. Fourth, we have entrepreneurship. First, factors of production. In AirAsia, land is used just for the building, the airport, the parking, the shop, and else. Next, we move to the labor. These workers are very affected since of this pandemic COVID-19. It is because the employer did not know how they can give salary to their employee. So, the employer have to quit their employee because of that issue. Other than that, the government has given us warning that we must stay at home to stop the spread of this virus COVID-19 before it will getting worse. Next, we move to the capital. Capital can be classified as more to wealth such as land. The land is used to build a Asia's building because the founder want to make a business on it. Actually, Asia also been affected since this pandemic COVID-19. For an example, based on Sinaharian on 26 October 2020, it states that passenger of Asia's neighborhood has been dropped by 85% to 1.91 million from 13 million in the data 2020 quarter last year. We have been arrived at the last factors of production together. An entrepreneur is a person who combines the three factors of production and they have to take a risk in everything they have to do. But since this pandemic COVID-19, the Asia is still running, but a bit slow than other years because nowadays this virus is spread among us as quick as a flash.
Let's move to demand and supply for AirAsia. The COVID-19 pandemic has affected the financial performance of AirAsia Group Berhad, causing the airline group to record a net loss of RM 805 million in the first quarter ended March 31, 2020, compared to a net profit of RM 96 million in the same quarter last year. Demand is an economic principle referring to a consumer desire to purchase goods and service and willingness to pay a price for a specific good or service. The table shows between price of airline ticket and quantity demand of airline ticket. The graph shows less demand of airline ticket from year 2019 until 2020. Supply is defined as an economic term which refers to the quantity of a particular product or service that supplier offer to consumer at a specific price at a certain period of time. The table shows between price of airline ticket and quantity supply of airline ticket. The graph shows less of quantity supply airline ticket from the year 2019 until 2020.
Let me talk about production and cost. Production means the process of using the factors of production to produce goods and service. Production can be meaning the transformation of input and output. So, there are economic profit and accounting profit. For short-run production, the table shows the data of total product, marginal product, and average product. So, for the stage 1, there are the first stage of the short-run production of ARSA. The average product of labor interacts with the marginal product of labor when AP is at its maximum. At this stage, total product increase and increasing. On this note, ARSA's condition is still in a good condition and comfortable due to high demand. Next, for stage 2, at a later stage, the TP increase at a diminishing rate since both AP and MP are declining but positive. The longer the TP, the lower it decrease at this level. This is due to instruction from the government that do not allow Malaysians to travel, return to village and go to other state, except for certain reason. Stage 3. At this stage, the total product decline and the marginal product become negative. This stage is called the law of negative return because the MP of the variable factors is negative during this stage. It was because most of the pilot and flight attendants were laid off from their job and to cover any losses incurred. profit earned are due to passengers. Therefore, AirAsia is no longer able to bear their losses as a result of COVID-19. So, lastly, short-run cost.
Firm competitive. In a declining demand for the island service, due to occurrence of the COVID-19 disease, transmission problem involving a declining economic sector, there is stiff competition in the islands industry due to the number of the competitors providing island service. AirAsia has faced competition with various existing low-cost airlines including Jetstar Airways, Tiger Airways, JNL Express, and Air Arabia. The two closer competitors considered to be again AirAsia include Jetstar Airways and Malaysia Airlines. Different competitor AirAsia and Jetstar Airways. Destination. Jetstar Airways provides more than 18 destinations, covering Asia Pacific, Australia, and Honolulu in the Americas. AirAsia offers more than 130 destinations covering the Middle East, Honolulu, and Asia Pacific. The cost. Jetstar Airways is considered the safest low-cost island among the 10 safest islands in the Australian aviation industry. AirAsia provides service packages to its customers at very affordable price and affordable by customers compared to competitors in the airlines industry. Aircraft. Jetstar Airways have more than aircraft type available to its customers including the A320, Bombardier Q300, A321, and Boeing 787 Dreamliner. AirAsia only offers two types of aircraft to its customers, namely the A313 and A320.
Okay, next, let's look at firm opportunities. The COVID-19 pandemic has crippled the aviation industry and global travel. The majority of all companies are affected by this pandemic because the movement control order shut down all business operations for the last 2 weeks of March and onwards till May 2020. AirAsia Group recorded a net loss of RM992.89 million in the second quarter ended June 30, 2020 compared to a net profit of RM17.34 million in the same quarter last year. And next, AirAsia revenue plunged 96% to RM118.96 million from 2.92 billion previously. AirAsia partners with local hotel to offer amazing deals on Snap, book via seat reservation fare as low as RM12 only from JB to Ipoh and Kota Baru, Kuala Lumpur to Alor, Johor Bahru, Kota Baru and Kuala Terengganu as well as from Penang to Kota Baru and Langkawi. The offer is also 3 days 2 nights through Snap website package including retail flights from RM89 per person up to 60% discount for hotel bookings and 20% discount for check-in baggage allowance over 25 kg, 20% members can collect up to 5 times big points for each hotel booking and big members can also choose to pay big points. And last but not least, AirAsia Malaysia Chief Executive Officer Asmat said 2021 opened a new chapter and AirAsia was ready to return to fly high to support tourism Malaysia, Cuti Malaysia and promote domestic travel.
For conclusion, as a result, today AirAsia had to clean up the ensure the flight environment was clean and comfortable for each passenger. We conduct a study using introduction, scarcity, choice and opportunity, factor of production, demand and supply, production and cost, firm competition, firm opportunity and conclusion. Introduction explains the history of ASEAN water and the cause of declining income. That's all from me. Thank you.